What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the Offside Shout. Make sure to go ahead and check out my socials at _diagrams on Twitter. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's go ahead and talk about some Manchester United news. We're going to go ahead and just do a quick one today, by the way, because a little camera action there, because England's about to play Iceland and then France plays Sweden, I believe, at 12:30 my time. So just go ahead and do a quick one here. He's a complete finisher. Harry Kane gives verdict on Mason Greenwood. Yep, hyping up youth players. Sancho opens up. I haven't read that yet, but it should be interesting. He'll probably just be diplomatic and talk through, some of what's going on with him. And he's already come out like weeks ago and said he's ignoring the transfer rumors. I actually, I'm getting more and more confident that he'll end up at Manchester United this transfer window. So, but you don't have to believe me on that. But I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. Reguilón. Manchester United have been offered Sergio Reguilón. Romero gives Man United fans an update. Yeah, so Fabrizio Romano came out and said that Manchester United is being offered Reguilón. I don't really see that happening as of now, though Manchester United does need a left back, so it's possible. We'll just have to see. Reguilón has been offered to Manchester United. You can see it there. 7 days until Premier League is back. Sancho, don't care. Already covered that. Leeds Rodrigo wants to score past De Gea. Doesn't everyone? There's only one other thing that I really wanted to look at. UVFC.com. It's a fan site, and they're saying Pogba still wants Juventus. This is based on reports coming out of Tutto in Italy. This is probably, my best guess. Admittedly, I'm a United fan, but these are just rumors to go ahead and spark a higher offer for contract talks. Paul Pogba is staying at Manchester United, and 90% he's signing a new contract. And the only way that Juventus gets Paul Pogba is if he doesn't sign a contract and he goes out and gets purchased with 1 year to go. Juventus doesn't have the money otherwise. They absolutely are fraudulent in that way. There's no way that they're going to be able to afford a player like Pogba, though I'm sure Pirlo wants him. But we'll see if Pirlo's even in a job in a year, to be fair. I wouldn't be surprised if he is, but he better do a good job, because Juventus is just going to keep sacking and replacing managers no matter what their status with the club is until they win that Champions League. So I wouldn't take that seriously at all. Manchester United have defensive options that go further than Upamecano. That's a article that was talking about how Pau Torres is an option, Benoit Badiashile is an option, and Skriniar is an option. Skriniar is not an option. Badiashile's been ruled out by Monaco's boss, but Pau Torres has a buyout clause of around 45 to 50 million euros. I would be surprised if Manchester United got a center back at this point. So, yeah, take that for what it is, but I'd be very surprised. I would probably rather see, and I know this is kind of a long shot, see if Axel Tuanzebe can stay injury-free, and if if England's kicked off, by the way, and if Axel Tuanzebe can stay injury-free, and if Mengi can get his opportunity, because I think Mengi is definitely a potential number 11, a starter for Manchester United in the future. So, Manchester United target Jadon Sancho gives verdict on Borussia Dortmund transfer valuation. All right, let's go ahead and check this out real quick. Should be interesting. I guess it's a nice feeling to be worth so much, but again, I don't really look at it that much. He said, for me, it's about doing well for my team and doing well for myself. When I have a shit game, I'm just down. I feel shit about myself, so I always like having a good game and showing people what I can do. I know what I can do, and if I play bad, then I'm just pissed off with myself. Next game, I'll try and improve on whatever I'm doing wrong. So he's just kind of saying, he's playing down his price tag, saying, I don't know if I'm worth that much. So, all right, that's Manchester United. Let's go ahead and move on. We'll do Chelsea real quick. Chelsea, though, has Kai Havertz in the door, so that's really what everything's going to be about today. German media say Havertz' fee is higher. Seller club, Havertz is going for $100 million, so it might be paid in installments or add-ons, but the deal totaled is worth $100 million. So Chelsea fans trying to say it's worth like $60 million or $70 million or $80 million, that's horseshit. I'm sorry, that's horseshit. It's probably worth way more upfront than even $70 million. It's probably worth like $80 million upfront and then 90 to 100 over time. So this is what it is. I mean, yeah, I don't see what you gain out of besides not getting bantered as much when you try to basically lie or stretch the truth about how much you're paying for a player. When you spend $200 million already and you see you're still being linked with more players, yeah, it's absolutely insane. There was a misinterpretation from a tweet by Fabrizio Romano where basically they said that Thiago, and it was very unclear by Fabrizio, but basically it was something like, oh, well, Thiago transfer saga now continuing because the Kai Havertz thing had been finished, and it's like keep an eye on Thiago now. And then someone posted something, and Fabrizio meant to respond to someone else, but responded to this person who basically said, Thiago to Manchester United, and he was like, no, Chelsea. But he meant something else, and he corrected himself. But that sent the entire internet into a spin, because if Chelsea got Thiago and a goalkeeper on top of everything else they've done this summer, that'd be absolutely insane. They'd be literally breaking the transfer market with that. All right, that's really it for Chelsea. Kind of been through it. Liverpool won a friendly 7-2 against Blackpool, so we'll go ahead and skip over that, though they are playing their players in new positions and new formations, and it does look pretty good, and it looks new, so that should be interesting to see how they start off this season. They still really need Thiago, though. They need to freshen stuff up, so. Phil Foden makes England debut against Iceland. Yeah, he does. So Phil Foden's actually starting this game that just started, which is awesome, and I actually had him in my fantasy Premier League team. I didn't keep him in because I needed to move around some cash, and I wanted to have extra cash to go ahead and grab Bruno Fernandes in game week 2. But Phil Foden's a phenomenal player, and I expect him to get plenty of assists and goals, filling in that David Silva role when he, this season, basically. So he's going to be moving into that position. He's basically been cultivated and bred to be the new David Silva. So, report Manchester United close to Koulibaly deal. Yeah, they're using intermediaries, which is very similar to what Dortmund and Manchester United are doing, but Manchester City and Napoli are doing it because they have a terrible relationship. But I expect that to get done. It's going to be a lot of money, and it's moving very slow because the clubs hate each other. Like, completely fucking hate each other. So, Tottenham and preseason campaign with defeat to Watford. Yeah, they lost 2-1 today, right before this game. It finished right before this England game kicked off. Levy, Tottenham critics have no grasp of difficult transfer market. You're basically saying Tottenham fans have no grasp of difficult transfer market. That's it for me. Off to write a match report. Tune in. Not a great match from Spurs. In truth, didn't create much going forward. You have Mourinho as a coach. You're never going to create much going forward. All of Europe should be looking at Tottenham target Sangare. Roses explode. I don't really know that much about Sangare, by the way. Hopefully you guys do. I'll have to do some research later. Spurs have a late corner. Good news there. So it's mostly just match reports and stuff. But yeah, Tottenham is kind of the only interesting thing is seeing that the Levy news there. Basically him kicking out of critics. But yeah, most of those critics that he's talking about are literally your own fans. So interesting. Danny Ceballos, there was never any doubt about coming back. Yeah, there was, homie. You were like twerking and shopping around to so many other players that you basically it was pretty clear that you're open to staying in Spain. For sure open to staying in Spain, and you definitely want to play for Real Madrid. But none of those happened. Arsenal offered the money for the loan move, and you're going back. They don't have an option to buy. So if he plays really well for Arsenal this season, it's not a guarantee that they'll get to keep him. He might just go back to Real Madrid. So Arsenal's basically doing Real Madrid's work for them, which I think is ridiculous. You really should be trying to get a option to buy with the loan, which I'm sure they did, but it's just not happening right now. So I kind of feel for Arsenal, but at the same time, we'll just have to see what happens. Maybe they will be able to purchase him and he'll play well. We'll just have to see. Mikel Arteta has high hopes for him. Adine, Arsenal's number one. A roundup of the latest transfer rumors. I'm not sure if Lacazette will be going to Atletico Madrid, but if he does, they might be getting Partey, not an exchange. I explained this already. They will have to pay cash in order to get Partey in, but it wouldn't be a terrible deal to go ahead and send Lacazette out and then bring Partey in with the cash that you receive for Lacazette. The one thing I will say is I don't think they can really replace Lacazette that easily. He is still a useful player for Arsenal if Mikel Arteta starts using him the exact way that he has at certain points, which is basically as a hold-up man to bring either Saka, Pepe, or Aubameyang into play off the wings. Anyhow, that's it for us today. Go ahead and check out my socials at _diagrams on Twitter. Like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you guys all later. Peace.